We're alive.
Woohoo!
Barely, but we're alive.
I was gonna say, with this Florida heat.
Yeah. And I wish right now was winter, Rosie, not the book. If only there was a subtitle I could put the live as in parentheses, it happened in winter. So, welcome to the discussion for It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. Hello, cool gamer. Katie, do you want to do your dramatic reading of the synopsis?
I was like, are you going to ask for it?
Yes. We're always going to request your dramatic reading.
Dramatic synopsis reading.
Yes.
Okay. Piper Bellinger is fashionable and influential, and her reputation as a wild child means the paparazzi are constantly on her heels. When too much champagne and an out-of-control rooftop party land Piper in the slammer, her stepfather decides enough is enough. So he cuts her off and he sends her and her sister to learn some responsibility, running their late father's dive bar in Westport, Washington. Piper hasn't even been in Westport 5 minutes when she meets big, bearded sea captain Brendan Taggart, who thinks that she won't last a week outside of Beverly Hills. So what if Piper can't do math and the idea of sleeping in a shabby apartment with bunk beds gives her hives? How bad could it really be? She's determined to show her stepfather and the hot, grumpy local that she's more than just a pretty face. Except it's a small town, and everywhere she turns, she bumps into Brendan. The fun-loving socialite and the gruff fisherman are polar opposites, but there's an undeniable attraction simmering between them. Piper doesn't want any distractions, especially feelings for a man who sails off into the sunset for weeks at a time. Yet, as she reconnects with her past and begins to feel at home in Westport, Piper starts to wonder if the cold, glamorous life she knew is what she truly wants. Ellie is calling her name, but Brendan and this town full of memories may have already caught her heart.
You get a round of applause.
So, if you haven't read it, that's what it's about. Pretty much, in a nutshell.
Oh, hi. Yola. Yeah.
Yola.
So how did you ladies read it? I read the e-arc that I had forever from NetGalley, so I read it that way.
I had physical and audio.
Same with Alicia. I've got physical, but audio as well. Because it's on script.
Oh, now that I think about it, I think I also listened to the audiobook like here and there whenever I wasn't able to like actually sit and read it. So I think I did do the audiobook on script now that I'm thinking about it. What is our rating for the book?
I gave it a 5.
I gave it a 4.
I got a 4 too.
What is the highlight of the book? I think just for me, it's just the dynamic between the couple reminded me a lot of mine and Jordan's relationship, so I really enjoyed that.
Because he's big and bearded. And does that mean that you're the airhead?
I mean, sometimes I can be, I guess.
I quite like the sisterly bond between Piper and...
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really sweet.
That and the whole opposites attract.
What was the least favorite part? I got irritated with all the just social media references. I'm not a big fan of when books use that as kind of a trope.
For me, there's just like a lot of moments where I did like kind of like eye roll. Like, I don't know,
Yeah.
just like her being such a ditty diz, you know, or like some of the things that she would say, or like, and I'd just be like, oh my God, like this is so cringe.
Her and her disco ball outfits too. I'm like, really? You're wearing that to a fisherman town?
Yeah, she's very ditzy.
I don't think she was properly prepared in the wardrobe.
Mm. It's like, I know it's a fishing town and some fish are attracted by sparkly, but I don't think you want to be land fishing like that.
No. It was like she just packed a bag. She didn't like even research
Really?
weather or anything to know
Yeah.
about clothes.
Yeah, she didn't really plan ahead or do research about the town. They just kind of like showed up.
Yeah.
And I didn't really care for how the mom handled the whole thing. Like, she just up and left the area and just decided not to ever speak about it again. It's like, it's not the best coping mechanism that you could have, lady.
Yeah. Because then it kind of like, not only did she not work through her issues, but then her children didn't know about what happened with their dad.
Yeah,
They didn't
they
know
did.
that whole side of the family.
Yeah, they never really had the opportunity to like properly grieve their father until they got to the town.
Yeah.
I just thought of like another highlight from the book. It literally is just like her first time cooking in that apartment,
Oh
and just
yeah,
when the frying pan is, she's just like runs outside with this frying pan. I'm just like, oh my God! It was like one of the easiest meals ever. Like, was it spaghetti bolognese or something?
yeah.
And she's just under the fire brigade and everything, and like, and the way that like Brenda's like, you know, I was actually joking. Like,
Like, I didn't mean for you to set yourself on fire or the house on fire.
yeah, like that one, I literally was like laughing out loud whilst reading.
Yeah.
And for me, another kind of like mixed feeling part was like when she was starting to come to terms with how she really wanted to stay in the town, but she goes back for her like return party, and she is presented on a like what, a bull or a unicorn, like that rises up from the
Yeah.
face. I'm like, what kind of crap is this?
That was a very dramatic scene. You could tell that she didn't want to be there, but she thought she had to be there because no one was at the bar. And
Yeah. Was it a race to finish the book, or did you ladies kind of took your time with it, or was it like a slow burn read? For me, I was kind of like I didn't want to put it down when I was reading it, so it was kind of a quick read for me.
Yeah, I think like it was fairly quick, and even with the audiobook, it was just, you know, it does race through it with all of that. And I was sort of like, you know, when I was 3/4, I was like, they're together. Like, what's gonna happen? Like what could happen in this last bit of the book? So yeah, it keeps you like reading on.
Mm.
I don't think it was like I think it was a little bit of both for me because it was slow burn, but then you get so far. I don't know. I finished it in like 3 days, so
It was just a haze for her.
pretty much. I was like, I don't know. I mean, it was slow burn throughout the book, but then I finished it in 3 days, so I don't know.
Yeah.
A little of both.
Next question is, which scene has stuck with you the most? Like, talking about it, yeah, that spaghetti scene. Now that I'm like thinking about it again, definitely the spaghetti scene.
Yeah, just the
But
cooking
sometimes
machine.
some of the hospital scene, or she like is panicking and she rushes to the hospital because she thought he wasn't like hurt and stuff. That it stood out to me as well.
That one and when they had dinner, the like pot pie, and she was like, he's like, I'm not gonna eat this. He's like, if I'm gonna eat it, I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah. It's like I'm just gonna eat all of it, not just try it.
Right.
Which makes me wonder if it's something that he doesn't like or he knows he's allergic to, but she says, "Why don't you try it?" Is he going to eat the meal if he knows he's going to have an allergic reaction to it? Is he really going to go that far? Is my question.
I feel like if he was allergic to something, he probably would have said something. But so I took it as he didn't particularly like that because he had a rigid every Monday I have the fish and chips and nothing else.
It just reminded me. It's like every Monday I have fish and chips, and then on Wednesdays we wear pink. It's just only because I watched Mean Girls recently, so it's been fresh on my mind lately. So.
He could be one of those types. I mean, you never know.
Now he's a type of that because of her. Maybe she'll get him to wear pink.
Yeah.
What did we think of the writing? Was there any standout sentences that really made us think or kind of reread?
I can't think of any.
No, I
Yeah,
mean, like the writing style is fairly easy to understand.
yeah. It just to me, it just seemed like standard, like contemporary romance writing.
Yeah.
So, too special.
A little more detailed in the steamy parts than some of the other rom-coms I've read, but okay.
True.
Those were made you blush the first time you read them.
That's why when you said something about like their first dinner, I completely forgot about the pot pie thing because my brain went to like their first date dinner, and I'm like, is she talking about that one? Or technically, he ate, not her.
Yeah, no. Oh my
Would you want to read another book by this author?
yes.
I think this is supposed to be what duology because the sister is supposed to have a book as well.
Yeah, I think the next one, Hook, Line, and Sinker, is for her sister.
I would like to read that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked her sister.
And the book for me, like mood wise, it just made me laugh in a lot of parts. So I just thought it was really light and like an easy read. I didn't really have too much of like a major mood change.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Leave me alone. I make it tea. Leave me alone.
No fucking shit!
I have like 7 or 8 like bottles set up to make iced tea to stick it in the fridge.
What the
They're
fuck?
different flavors of teas. Leave me alone. I want a cold tea.
There's not a lot of tea in any of these though. But
That's because I'm gonna add water later.
I'm fucking with you. Goddamn!
Hey, judging me?
No, I just last time I saw it, you had 2-3 cups. I was like, oh, cool, okay, whatever. Three
I
different
told
types,
you
not fucking 7.
I told you I wasn't done with that cabinet.
Jesus fucking Christ!
The woman likes her tea.
Yeah. I am kind of warm, so that feels good if it's not cold. Don't you freaking dare. I will punch you. Go away.
That was a smack.
This would be the dynamic of Brandon and Piper in live action.
Ow.
Oh my God.
I don't know if they would do that, but
Yeah.
You are not getting that drink back, by the way. Yep.
I don't know how I wasn't not getting it back. It was easy. Holy.
I love you too.
So enthusiastic.
Yeah. My arm is stinging now.
Where?
Right here.
Oh.
My fingers feel funny too. This little whip slap.
Yeah, those whips weren't as whippy as they usually are.
Is the book overrated or underrated?
I mean, for me, I wouldn't say it's like amazing. Like, I know it was really, really popular.
I've kind of heard like mixed things about it. I haven't really heard it being hyped up too much.
yeah, same.
I mean, I just know that like a lot of people on TikTok, is one of those like TikTok. Oh my God, like let's read this. book.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, it was popular on TikTok.
See, I don't have TikTok, so
I've heard that it's supposed to be kind of like a Schitt's Creek inspired.
Yeah, that's what it says on the back of my copy. It just says Schitt's Creek inspired rom-com.
which I've never seen that show, so I
No, I've
couldn't
not either.
tell you.
Yeah.
I can't
I've
comment
seen
on it.
clips.
So I don't know. I can't say if that would like give more to the story or not, but I think it's fine as is. So you don't necessarily have to know what Schitt's Creek is in order to read this.
Yeah. Did this book remind you of any other books?
Not really. I haven't really had a ditzy airhead girl contemporary yet.
Yeah. I think like not something that really I would compare it being similar to, but kind of like the Spanish love deception with the kind of grumpy sunshine type of trope.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but I didn't really see the main character girl being kind of ditzy like Piper.
Yeah.
Yeah, then Piper is the true ditzy beyond belief.
Mhm.
Oh my god! You want
Yeah,
me to
like-
what?
Like even the woman that like does the audiobook, like literally has her voice. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, Brendan!
It was hilarious to listen to that and read the book and just be like, did you just really say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you consider rereading the book?
Yes. I would.
I would probably reread it in a few years.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
No comments from the peanut gallery.
I'm hoping that I like Hannah's story more.
Yeah.
Because I liked her character more, so I'm really hoping. And also, I really like the kind of like the that Fox is the kind of like playboy person, and yet she's never really like been like, oh, Fox. So
She said Fox, not Knox.
yeah.
No interest here at all.
Oh my gosh.
If you're a romance reader, it's definitely a book that I can see being recommended to people who lean more on the romance side, but if you're more fantasy stuff like what Lucinda is, I don't see Lucinda being interested or
No, I
enjoying.
think this is more someone that like enjoys contemporaries
Yeah.
or rom-com sort of stuff.
Is there any particular scenes that you guys wanted to discuss?
I think we pretty much spoke about them, didn't we? I can't think of any.
The grandmother. We haven't talked
wow.
about the grandmother. I thought the relationship, like being built between the grandmother, was super sweet.
Yeah.
You know, she took her grandmother out drinking or partying.
Oh yeah.
Funny.
I think it also says a lot in the way of, because like in the story you don't really see the grandmother leaving the house, and then Piper shows up and now she's going out to a party. She's kind of going out and seeing her friends of the town again, so it's kind of like a healing process for both of them.
Yeah. Lucinda said she likes fantasy romance sometimes. There's some great cozy mystery type ones which work. Yeah. Just something where the romance is probably not the main storyline. Probably be better. Let's see. I want to see what other books are like readers also enjoy on Goodreads. Love on the Brain, Icebreaker by Hannah Grace, Book Lovers Emily Henry are the ones that are the first three that pop up on Goodreads saying like that other readers enjoy.
If you read this one, you'll like that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, Allie Hazelwood is the very first one that pops up for this one. Let's see if I can see all similar books.
I would say it's definitely interesting to see the town of Westport, because you can tell that everybody has a daily routine.
Yeah.
Like the old man goes to the museum to read his paper. Every year the town got together to pay tribute to the daughter that died of the guy, and
Mm-hmm.
so it was like they kept tradition very well.
I think if we had to pick like a favorite character that I liked best, I agree with it being Hannah. Because it just her being supportive of Piper.
Yeah.
Character that I would say I least like is Brandon's father-in-law.
I agree.
It's like when he was introduced, and I'm like, there's something kind of fishy about that guy. Pun not intended.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if he was very much like he wanted Brendan to keep like missing his dead wife, or I guess the guy's daughter or whatever, and then
Yeah.
Piper came into town and now he's all like googly eyed for Piper. So that kind of breaks him away from the town's traditions.
Yeah, and I thought it was just kind of like weird about like the whole like his relationship with the guy's daughter. It's like he didn't really want to like be married to her to begin with. He just thought it like he had to because of him being the captain of the guy's ship or something like that. He was more friends with her than actually like wanting to be married to her.
Yes, it sounded like it was more forced upon.
Yeah, like an arranged marriage type of thing.
But I also wonder if it was kind of like you marry my daughter and you get the ship type thing.
Yeah.
Which it sounds like he was going to pass that ship down anyway because he had bought his own.
Yeah. It's just the whole thing seemed very sketchy to me.
Yeah. There's a lot of question in that. And then one thing I liked was that Brendan actually went after Piper when she
Yeah.
left back to LA.
Yeah, that one. I enjoyed that one, and just seeing him and kind of in that environment was kind of entertaining as well. So he's like stuck out like a sore thumb.
Yeah. Or him taking them shopping for the weekend at the hotels and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell he was out of his element, but he was there because of her.
Yeah.
And the record thing.
Oh my god, the hotel. She's literally just like, oh my god, like all of this stuff, you really know what I like. And I'm like, oh.
And like the whole thing about the girls getting waxed too.
Oh. He was like, wait, what?
It's like I just picture like Hannah kind of walking like she's been on a horse for too long.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that scene where he was like describing like the wax. He was like, I want to see that.
How does this work?
It's like, I'm curious to look at it. Which is how he described it. I was like, oh my god.
It's interesting though too because like throughout the book you get little scenes like that where she's introducing him to her world of glitz and glam and social media, and he's also showing her his world in Westport. Going, this is how we do things. Every Monday I have fish and chips. And she's like, but look at all this stuff that we went shopping for.
Look at this shiny thing.
Yep. Or the jeans when she's trying on.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh. Those were all funny.
I like how I'm scrolling down a little bit longer on some of the questions, like guess the character's zodiac signs.
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
I would think Brendan is like me in a Virgo because of him being tight on his schedule.
Yeah.
So
I
he
don't
knows
know
what he wants.
Piper would be.
I think
I want.
What?
I think I don't know. I think Piper would be a Scorpio, kinda, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know why I'm feeling Aries. I don't know.
I could see that.
She's
too.
kind of headstrong, so she could be a Taurus.
I would think Hannah would be more of a Taurus or a Cancer.
That could be.
The next kind of question that I think is kind of funny. Are there any characters you like to deliver a lecture to? If so, who? What would you say?
Definitely Piper. This is how you cook spaghetti bolognese. One.
Yeah.
This is how you should actually talk.
This is how you not burn down the house when you're cooking.
This is what you should actually wear.
The mom, you could tell her to just,
Oh yeah.
deal with the pain and give her daughter a little more insight as to what she's getting herself into.
That, and I would also say like the stepdad too. It's like you guys should have been a little bit stricter with Piper when she was younger. She wouldn't be so inclined to blow money and stuff if you were a little bit more stricter.
This is true. I can do whatever I want. Yay!
And if we were to rate the level of spice in the book, what would you rate it?
I mean, it's no 50 Shades of Grey spicy.
Oh, motherfucker.
I would give it like maybe a 3 chili spice. Is this kind
Are
of
we
like in
going
the
out of 5 or?
out of 5? Yeah, I'd say it's
Yeah, like a 2 or a 3.
3.5 maybe. Like somewhere in the middle. Like it didn't have me going like woo, but like some of the words that they use, like like pussy and all that, like those words when they come up, I'm like, oh, they said pussy. Especially when it's on the audiobook and I'm driving along, I'm like, did anybody hear that?
So people looking at me while they're reading?
Literally just stopped at a traffic light the other day and it got to like one of the hot and heavy scenes and I was like, I'll just turn the volume down a little bit.
Yeah, I had to put headphones in for those. I'm like, oh, hold on.
It's like, excuse mom while she goes and takes a bath.
Right? You guys look light in your room.
Trying to go through the list of questions. It looks like that's pretty much it. Is there anything else you ladies wanted to cover?
I would like a visual representation of the before and after of the bar. If this becomes like a movie or something, I would like to see it.
Yeah, there wasn't so much on the bar mentioned, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They go there to do this bar up, but like there's not a lot of it.
Not a lot of details. Like I know they had a pergola and they hung stuff, but
And like the way that they were describing what they wanted to do with it, I'm like, I cannot picture this whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, and I get that it's not like the main focus, but I mean they were working on it throughout the book, so I would like to see more details, please.
Yeah, or at least like when they were doing the opening, having more of a description of how things turned out. Yeah. I don't think there was really much of a description during like the opening night.
Yeah, I mean they had like the DJ booth and the bar was set up and they had all the other things and
Well, the handy thing is at least you have cats. So for them they could think, oh, pussycat.
Yeah, sure, Katie. Yeah, I'm sure that's what they would be thinking.
We'll go with that one.
If only we had the clip feature that Twitch has, I could just clip that one particular part of the live show.
It's like, pussy!
Oh my gosh.
Have it as a button that you push on your stream. Pussy!
Or just set it up as a ringtone for somebody.
That would be horrible.
Ring, 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 ring. Pussy! What did you guys think of the ending? I actually really thought it was quite cute with Hannah.
I don't pay attention for half a second.
Yep, of course. Welcome to our live shows. It always has a bit of a flip around.
I'm surprised you didn't say anything during the slap fight me and Jordan had. That's surprising. Usually she'll be going children. But the ending, I kind of thought it ended kind of quickly. I wanted a little bit more from the end, but it was decent.
Yeah, I probably would have liked more in that, but I did
Yeah.
think it was cute that he was just like, "Oh no, I have to go get her," like,
Yeah.
and then he ended up saving her because all those people were like crowding around, and she was like, "I don't want to be here."
Yeah, having like a panic attack in the middle of the crowd. That would be me.
Yeah. You want me to do what? No.
I really like that bit where like Hannah goes like and opens the thing and she's like, oh, it's like a Fleetwood Mac album that Fox had like tracked down. I thought that's quite cute.
Oh, the album, yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
just how she's like that that was so friendly of him.
Yeah, sure. Friendly.
If that's what you want to call it.
Which, you know, for me, I'm just like that kind of leads nicely into the next book because obviously it's about
Yeah.
her and Fox. So
Yeah.
Which makes me like wonder if the second one is just going to pick up straight from where the epilogue ended, or if it's going to be like maybe like the perspective from Hannah's point of view. Like
or is it going to
starting
touch on like when they like go off together to the
yeah,
music
like
thing?
from
That'd be quite
like the record store like point of view from onward kind of.
Let me see. I'll look it up. Do, 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 do.
I mean, I know the synopsis just says that like Hannah literally just sees the guy as a friend, and like you know she doesn't see like fancy him in the way that like most girls just fall at his knees sort of thing, and he doesn't like that, and he's just like intrigued by her. Like that's pretty much like the synopsis of it.
Yeah.
So I
From
don't know.
from
I
the
suppose.
synopsis, it sounds like she comes to visit, like she's left Westport and she came back.
Oh,
But she's crashing in Fox's spare bedroom. So they're friends, but she's still trying to get with one of her colleagues. And then
Yeah, because
things.
when she leaves the book, she's going back to LA anyway, isn't she? So she must have to come back.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I suppose it does lead on from the ending then.
Yeah, so it sounds like she comes back to visit or something. And she stays in his apartment or whatever. And she's still trying to get with the colleague, whatever his name is, and is getting advice from him. But then
Yeah.
things turn differently. It'll be
I
interesting.
even forgot like the guy's name that she was interested in.
Yeah.
It was something with an X. It was like Sergey. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, Sergey, I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very strange. Like, Sergey.
The sir may be gay.
Sergey.
All right, I think I didn't have any other things I wanted to bring up.
No, I think we pretty much chatted.
I can't think of anything else.
July's book is If We Were Villains.
So say insert.
Yeah, I think of, but I don't know if they would know. Compare the meerkat. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that it doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we have a car insurance like company here, literally called Compare the Meerkat, where it compares like car insurance prices from lots of like insurance providers, and like literally like the characters of it is like these meerkats. So, and one of them is literally called Sergey. And they literally talk like, Sergey, come here. Go to comparethemeerkat.com.
Oh Lord.
At one point, you could like you got a free meerkat plush, like if you did get your insurance through compare the meerkat.
Yeah, the only insurance mascots I know is the gecko from Geico. And
There's
then the
also
pig.
that-
I think it's for the Geico commercials. There were commercials for a while that had a pig that sticking his head out the window with the wind, like the windmills, just going wee wee wee. It's the only thing I remember.
They also have I'm trying to remember what company it is. Liberty Mutual, maybe? No, I don't know. It's something mutual, but it has an emu.
Yeah, the emu or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And then there's the Affleck duck.
Yeah.
Or whatever it's supposed to be. It just goes around saying Affleck. And MetLife used Snoopy.
Oh, yeah.
It is mandatory, Lucinda. And then we have Flo for Progressive, who's just the spokesperson.
Yep.
I don't think State Farm has.
Jake from State Farm.
Oh, yeah, Jake from State Farm, yeah.
I remember those commercials. The guy was on the phone, his wife comes down and she's like, who are you talking to? And he's like, Jake. Well, Jake, what are you wearing? Khakis.
She sounds
horny.
hideous. Well, she's a guy, so.
Yeah. No. The things we remember with commercials.
Yeah. I was about to get to
Next
that.
book.
The next book will be on Alicia's channel, correct?
Yeah. I think it's the 12th we said we were doing it, like the second Saturday in August.
Okay, so I'll set that up afterwards and send you the link.
So yes, 12th of August to discuss that book. And we have got August's book.
Love
Right?
Theoretically.
Yeah, Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. I don't own that yet. I do actually own it, but it's still in a box to unbox.
It hasn't been unearthed yet.
Yeah, well, I keep on because the paperbacks like in Sainsbury's and like the supermarkets and everywhere, and I'm just like, I really want to have it. But I knew when I had the Illumicrate Afterlight, one of it, the Ali Hazelwood box, and it literally just arrived, I think, yesterday. So I was like, I finally have it. I haven't looked at it yet, so I don't know what it looks like.
And
we're going to shoot for the second Saturday of September for that one, aren't we?
Yeah, so that'll be mine, won't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I probably I don't know, because the first week is mixed into August, so I think we'll go for the 16th.
16th, okay.
Because the 9th is very squidged.
Alright.
It's one of those months that start on a Friday, and it's no.
Mm-hmm.
So if y'all are comfortable with the 16th,
I know the 15th is our wedding anniversary. I don't know if it's what we're going to be doing for it yet, but as of right now, I'm good with it. But once we get closer, I'll be able to really let you know.
Yeah.
Because we never really plan too far ahead with anything.
Is that all right with you, Jordan? The 16th of September?
He's playing a video game right now.
16th of September, Jordan. Put it in your diary.
So, he's in. Katie's asking if it'd be okay for the 16th of September of doing a live show for one of the books for the book club.
I don't fucking know.
The day after our anniversary. I didn't know if you wanted to do something.
So the fuck you expect us to do for 48 hours or some shit?
No. You're making it really hard for me to get monetized.
It sounds like
What do you think we're going to be doing for like 2 days straight? Who knows?
That
Like,
is
we
a guess,
hire,
but we're good.
hire a boat. Like, I don't know.
What you do in your spare time is none of my business.
There goes my chance at being monetized.
Oh
I'm
my
surprised
god.
we haven't summoned the bots yet. First Katie with her yelling profanities. And now Jordan.
You might have to get a little bit louder. Then they'll go, what?
Maybe.
Oh my god.
So thank you guys for joining us as we have so many tangents during this.
Oh my gosh.
And we will see you next month for the If We Were Villains live show. And yeah. Bye.